Hey, what's up, guys? This is Big Russ with Road Trip and RC, and I apologize for the lack of content lately. Oh man, uh, new job, a lot of stuff going on, and just haven't had time. Um, Yesterday was July 4th, and my fiance and I got up early, drove from Northern Illinois to New Buffalo, Michigan, which was only like a 2 hour ride. From New Buffalo, we went out to the Morgan Dune State Park. That whole trip was a bust. Could not go anywhere, basically. Um, Ended up, basically just blowing half a tank of gas for no reason in my car, and yeah, it was a long day. Um, but today I'm gonna show you guys a cheap, easy upgrade that you can do on any pistol grip controller. Okay. We got my Traxxas TQ. This, for me, is not the most uncomfortable. This piece right here is not the best, but it, you know, it does fit my hand okay. The axial controller, it feels a lot better outside of just, feeling super cheap. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad controller, but I love my Radio Link. Um, the fact that this holds 30 vehicles is great. The amount of channels you get is great. And for anybody curious, it is 7 channel. It is the RC6GS V3, and they're less than $100 on Amazon. Probably around $50 on AliExpress, but the Amazon deal is still fantastic. For $10 on less than $10 on Amazon, you can get Type 3 paracord. It has a 550 pound uh, rating, which, let's be real, doesn't really matter because I'm going to take this and I'm going to wrap my handle with it. Okay. Now, there's a few things with this remote that I have to be mindful of. I cannot go above this button. Okay. So realistically, okay, because that button falls, if you can hear it, right on my index finger. I noticed while I was out trailing that the plastic grips that are on this started to feel a little sticky. Not a big deal, right? For anybody. So to do this wrap, it's super easy. You take your rope and you make a loop, right? You're going to take the loop and line it up about where you want it to end, okay? Take your other end and bring it around, right? And you're just going to keep wrapping it all the way up. And keep it tight, right? Work it down, like I'm doing. This was 50 foot of paracord. There's a ton of colors available. I went black reflective. Okay, so the silvery gray bits you see are reflective material. I think it'll look good, and it will feel good on my hand. In the winter, my issue was everything just felt hard and cold. Not necessarily the best feeling in the world, but it wasn't the worst either. And this is a great idea. Instead of just, you know, writing on a controller with a Sharpie. Um, you know, what vehicle it is or whose it is. If you have kids in the hobby, right? Because let's be real, that's a real issue. Remembering what controller goes to what. I know how YouTube is funny about the use of certain cutting implements. So, as you see, I have a little tail here. Normally, you would burn it. Um, just to prevent fraying and whatnot. This is getting tucked, so I'm not overly worried. Okay. So, as you can see, I've got it through the loop. I've got this tail. You take the tail and you pull it. Right? From here, I can take my scissors, trim the ends, burn them. But now, I have a grip. It does beef up the handle, so if you're doing this for your kid, obviously they do sell the wraps for controllers that are literally a thin sticker sheet. But I will just take my scissors, cut it here, lighter, just to melt the nylon back until it finish like that. And this is done. I can adjust it up and down a little bit. Stretch it out, kind of, you know, give my hand something to grip onto. And yeah, it does twist. That's where you try to lock it in. Okay. pull both ends, and it's good. That actually feels really good in my hand. I like it. It feels good. I still have full function of my extra channels. 1, 2, of course my throttle. Simple, cheap mod. Anybody can do. Like I said, I think this Traxxas one might be a little harder because of this design. But these axial remotes, perfect example of where this idea can come into handy. Because I barely use this remote and it still feels very slick in my hand. Oh Chameleon 2.0. You guys saw I replaced the cantilever in the rear with some rainbow, I think 90mm shocks. They have not been ran yet. I've not had time. Yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. I am going to try to take the O2 out soon. This is in need of some serious love outside of the sweet paint job I gave the interior. We can all agree my interior looks a lot better painted than it did in the molded black. I'm thinking high performance, speed. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm gonna leave you guys off this week. I apologize again, just super busy. I've got a small project for work right here, which is why I bought the paracord to begin with. I'm going to paint this, and the handle's getting wrapped. Okay. Really, I'm just going to paint this plate, call it a day. It's not that serious. Just gonna give it a quick prep with some isopropyl, and yeah, that's the extent of what it is. Everybody knows what a tape gun looks like, so I will catch you guys in the next video.